What's up, y'all? I'm Kai.
And I'm Destiny.
And we are the team leaders of Second Ebenezer Church.
So today we have our very first episode of the Cultures Podcast. Shout out to our Bishop and First Lady for this opportunity. We have some amazing teens on our panel today who came up with some topics that they want to talk about. But before we get into the deep stuff, let's do some introductions. Give me your name, your age, and a fun fact about yourself. So Trinity, let's start with you.
Hi, my name is Trinity. I am 16 years old. I am in the 10th grade. And a fun fact about me is that I really enjoy photography.
What type of photography?
My favorite kind of photography is landscape and products.
My name is Braxton. I'm 16. I'm in the 10th grade. Fun fact about me would be I listen to a lot of music in my free time. It's something I like to do.
You got a specific type of music you like to listen to?
A lot of like R&B and rap, that kind of stuff.
Period.
All right. What's up, y'all? I'm Harvey. Y'all can call me Harv. A hobby of mine is I like to rap and write songs.
Okay. You gonna do a verse for us?
You gonna spit something for us?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me find
You
it.
gotta give me a little energy with it, though.
Yeah, bro. I gotta
You need
get
us to bust a beat?
No.
Please.
I'm 16 with big dreams. I'm trying to be a star. I see me with big chains, fast cars. I see me getting far. I'm in the future asking myself currently, where do I start? I can see this. I can see through the smoke in the mirrors. I'm moving through clouds from y'all carts.
Okay. So, Kamira.
Hi, my name is Kamira. I'm 15 and I'm in 10th grade. I really love dancing. I'm a dancing machine. And yeah.
What type of dance do you do?
I do hip hop, jazz, and majorette.
Oh, all of it. Period.
Yep, all of it.
Good stuff.
All right, y'all. So before we get into like the deep stuff, let's have a little bit of fun first. If there's like one cartoon character for a day that y'all can hang out with, who would it be and why? For me, I would choose probably like the whole set of Proud Family, just so that I can see that tall man that they don't be showing on the camera, just so I can see what he actually looked like for once. Wizard Kelly or something? Kelly?
Wizard Kelly.
I don't know, somebody.
There's all the type of people that like.
Where we saw his face. It had to be
I don't think there was one episode that we saw his face.
But for me, it'll probably be Phineas and Ferb. Just see all those just random adventures that'll be going on, just doing whatever. I just want to see what happens.
I can see that.
For me, I'll pick Rosita from the movie Sing and Sing 2. Only because she loved dancing. Like, everywhere she goes, she gotta dance. She'll dance to her destination. And she don't let nobody tell her, like, she can't do something because she gonna prove them wrong. And that's me. That's me.
Period.
Me personally, I always had a vibe with Doc McStuffins. I just feel like she was like one of the first like black doctors you see on Disney Channel for young girls. And then also, I kind of want to be a nurse when I get older. And I just like the fact that she helped people.
I love that.
I love that too.
A character of mine would be the Flying Dutchman's monkey. He's not really like a popular character. He a background character.
SpongeBob.
What is that?
The green dude.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it was like his little pet.
Yeah.
It wasn't the green dude.
With that Proud Family thing though, like, was y'all like, when y'all was did y'all ever like try to do this, looking like under the TV and stuff?
Under the TV.
Okay,
Yeah.
so can I be honest? I never watched the Proud Family.
Me neither. I don't even know.
I
I don't even know the
know
theme song.
I don't know why I expected y'all.
I don't know the
to
theme
have
song.
seen it.
Okay, so that was a cool little icebreaker. So y'all ready to get into these topics?
Yeah.
So boom, first question. How has growing up in the church impacted you guys thus far?
Growing up in the church has impacted me a lot. Like, I never thought I would grow up and be the kid to say, oh, I love God. I love praying. I love reading the Bible. I love coming to church. Like, when I was a youngin', I didn't think I would love doing any of these things. But now it's like, I know God and I love reading the Bible. I love coming to church. I love praying. And it's just like, I'm happy that I'm like this now, because without God, what am I? Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, to piggyback off of what Kamira said, number one, it gives you like certain relationships that you like wouldn't have had otherwise.
right.
I go to school with her. I would not. I knew Kamira like through the church before I knew Kamira.
Yeah.
And so it was, and then of course, people's like not struggle, but like later on in life is when they start creating their relationship with God, mid adult ages. I was born into it because, having parents so involved in the church, therefore having me so involved in the church, I've been this and I've had that relationship since I was born. It's been like really beneficial to my life and whatnot.
Love it.
So I'm gonna piggyback off of you. Me personally, I feel like it just impacted me in a really positive way because I feel like growing up and like just being a teenager nowadays, it's kind of like confusing. And I feel like when you have God by your side and you don't feel so alone, it just lets you get through the days. And like I have parents that work in the church, so that really impacted the way I see God and the way that I grew up to see God in a really positive way. So yeah.
I would say growing up in the church, it's been a very altering experience. From bad friends to friends who down the ride with you, whether or not it's wrong or right. But most of the time it would be right. They would teach you wrong from right, but they wouldn't have that wisdom if it wasn't for God. Building relationships over time. I met Braxton through the choir. We got a whole lot of programs too that really helped me come out of this nonchalant shell of mine. So I would say like the community is the best part about it.
Yeah, the community and bringing others to the church.
Yes,
that's something
exactly.
That's something that's really huge. Bringing others, because people see you and your faith, and like they want that for themselves.
Like, they inspire by it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I want to like piggyback off of Trinity. I know you're a PK, and Braxton, your dad is a minister too. Does that like affect y'all anyway? Like, you know, with y'all like faith and like being in school and all that, does that like have it, you know?
Oh yeah, and it's also like within the church, it also puts some extra eyes on you. You know, you have higher expectations than others would have. You have a certain way that you're supposed to act that Christians should act anyways, but you're held to a higher standard than others because people see the person my dad is, the person my mom is, and I am now growing into a reflection of them. And so I represent them in like things that I do outside of the church. Because people see, people see pictures of me on Instagram or whatever, and they're like, oh, that's Brian's son. That's Rusan's son. It's always like, now I have to conduct myself a certain way that, again, as a Christian, you should be conducting yourself anyways, but you have to conduct yourself a certain way when you have parents that are so involved in the church and as deep into Christianity as they are.
And like to piggyback off of Braxton, because like we kind of do like have those same situations. For me personally, I feel like it impacted me in a positive way, and it actually like Braxton said, it's always eyes on you. So I guess it's always like a way, like it's a mindset in a certain type of way to me personally. Like when it's just like me learning that you have to act a certain type of way and know your surroundings and know when to say something, know when not to say something, and like just know like the kind of person you are meant to be and your purpose, and that you have a potential, and that like God chose you for whatever you are meant to be and do. And like I feel like the church and being involved in the church and having parents that are involved in the church really helped me see like what I want to do and how to help people and how to change my life and my perspective on life. Because you have to meet all these different types of people. And like when your parents are like pastors and ministers, you hear people's testimonies. You see how God actually changed them. And you see how God is changing you and how he's changing everybody. And you have to also piggyback off of that in your life and see how the life you're living now and how you can change it because of those people's stories and because of the stuff that you have learned. And then I feel like my parents also like teach me, because they know what people have been through. They teach me the way how I'm supposed to live and what I'm supposed to do and how I'm supposed to walk with God in my own faith.
So you kind of like see firsthand the different things that people are.
And then again, it is the relationships, like from Bishop to Harvey. Like it's all just it's just so, it just connects you in a different way.
I like that.
So how has you guys' faith helped you navigate challenges in life? Especially by you guys being in like high school now, and especially with like social media and different influences nowadays, how has your faith helped you navigate some of those challenges?
And again, some of it goes back to my parents, you know, not only my faith, but my parents' faith and my family. I have an entire religious family, and so my own faith it helps you through things. You know, being able to say like it's going to be okay. Like you have these things going on, and you can just like kind of obviously, you know, if there's something like you're gonna have to do something, but you don't let it worry you too much because you know that it's in the hands of God and like it's gonna be fine.
Period.
Yeah, also to like piggyback off what he's saying, it really helps you just like, you know, the relationship and the strength of God. And growing up in a church and seeing that just firsthand, just seeing how the Holy Spirit touches you, makes you want him even more. And being a high schooler and living in a world that's like, I'm not gonna say evil, but has its perks, like has its own challenges, it makes you know that anything is possible through God, like any and everything. And if you have him by your side, you're going to be able to fight any battle. You're going to be able to go through anything you need to go through because you have him, because he's always there. When you feel alone, when you feel like you don't got nobody else and it's just you and you just by yourself in your room, God's there with you. When you feel like you don't have a person to call, or you don't have nobody to talk to, or you don't have
preaching, ain't she?
nobody
Yes.
you got God. And it's a mindset, and knowing that you got God, knowing that even when you alone, you got God, knowing when you don't got nobody else, you got God.
And that's all faith is. There's just that constant knowing that you have him. That's faith in the biblical definition of it. It's just knowing that he will not leave you nor forsake you. It's like, it's not, he's always going to be there.
And then once you gain like awareness of it, you start to feel like a whole lot more comfortable with it too. Cause I would say when I was younger, and sometimes even now, when you realize like that God always got your back through anything, whether or not like it's major or not, you start to feel like a whole lot of relief off your shoulders, especially as a teenager in general. Because I don't know why, but I think Minister Jody went on this topic. When you wake up as a teen, it's like an automatic feeling of pressure all up on your shoulders. It's like, how am I going to get money? How am I going to move out? How am I going to be able to stay stable with all of this? The future. And knowing that you can have those problems and bring them to God, that's one of the best things in the world. It may not always seem right in your eyes to go through a struggle like for a long, long time, but the reason for that happening is because God is putting you through a battle that you may not even know about.
Right.
That's one of the hardest, I guess, facts about God you could ever talk about.
Takes a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing I learned, like Harvey said, God gonna get you through everything. You gotta bring it to him one time. Forget about it. Walk away. Don't say nothing about it for a year, and it'll be 2 years later, not even thinking about it, and it's gonna come back up. It could be a month later. It could be 2 months later. Like God. Even if you forget, God remembers. God remembers every single thing. He says he remembers every single thing. He knows everything about you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. God knows you. He didn't just make you for any purpose. Like he made you because he needed you.
Period.
Yes.
So like, go ahead.
As a high schooler, it's been pretty tough because like it's been situations where it's been drama. And I have to think to myself, like, what would my mom do? Like, what would God want me to do? And it's just like, even though, like, people push you to that limit to, oh, we about to do this in the bathroom, or, like, you ain't even got to do all that. You can pray about it, and then your day just going to go good. Like, I pray, and my day just go wonderful. Like, it's never no look back, oh, I was mad at this, now I'm mad again. No, I talked to God. God talked to me, and now my day going on, and now it's better.
Like you see it in a totally different perspective.
Yes.
And about what Kamara said, trying to walk by faith in a world where that's like not what a lot of people do. It's like being in high school, having people trying to do this and that, and all these things that you know as a Christian you cannot be doing. That peer pressure, having that strength and that security in your Christianity is huge. It's something you like really need in life. Like it's something that's going to be like from here to for the rest of your life, knowing that I am a Christian and I walk by faith and I walk by God. I can't do what all the other people are doing. I simply cannot. And so and it's difficult. You know, some people fall through, some people, and you just have to come back to God with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to mess up every now and then, as long as you come back to God with it and repent, and you'll be okay. You just have to know who you are and what you need to be doing by God.
Yeah.
And trust that gut feeling. That feeling that you be feeling, that be like, okay, don't be hanging out with them. Don't be doing that.
Trust
don't be
it.
going this place.
Trust
don't be going that
Trust
place.
it.
I swear on
the
my
intuition.
life that feeling is most likely 9 times
talking
out
to
of
you.
10.
God
It's the
talking
Holy Spirit telling you, don't
the
go
time.
this way. Don't
It's
go
not
even
that
you.
way. You better go straight. That's it.
No, I agree. And just like what Kabira said, starting your day off with prayer, worship, whatever it is, to like, open up your heart and, allow God to come into your life, definitely, I feel like starts your day off, on the right track.
Yeah.
Let's see. So like going back to church, what's your favorite thing about worship service? Whether it's singing and dance or the preaching, what is it?
My favorite.
Go ahead, girl.
My favorite is just worship. Like, that's the part that I really pay attention to. That's the part I really care about. What's that one song that I really like? Like, we were talking about it before.
For your glory.
For your glory. Like that.
Was
the
that
desert
Marvin? That was
song.
Marvin said?
No, because I swear that song has me. Holy Spirit comes each and every single time I hear that, because I just really feel that. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I say dancing and singing, the music, because like y'all already know I love dancing. Like I said, I'm a dancing machine. And with the music, it's just like, I don't know, it's like God talking to you with the music.
Yes.
Like if you in church, you sitting there and you listening to the music, you actually listening to the lyrics, and you hear what they saying, you know what they're talking about, you're going to understand it, you're going to get it, you're going to know what they're talking about. And it's just like, I love the fact that I got a specific song that I can listen to every day and not get tired of it, that got to do with gospel. What's it called? I forgot.
It's working.
Oh yeah, it's called "It's Working" by Murphy somebody. But yeah, it's real
Murphy
good.
somebody.
Like, forget it.
Not both of y'all got favorite songs, but don't remember the name.
No, because I be forgetting. Like, I went over this song with you like 5 million times. I was just singing it before the thing, and then I forgot it.
No, and honestly, my favorite part is the sermon, but going to the music, it's like you'd be surprised how much like those songs can relate directly to
you.
Like, directly to you. It's almost it's a term for it that my dad, divine intervention. That's what it is. It's when God like literally sends you a direct message.
Yeah.
That praise and worship song 90% of the time, 90% of the time is always going to be directed towards you in some way, shape, or form. They're written to reach so many people in so many different
In
situations.
different ways. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But for me, it's always been the sermon. I love hearing people's testimonies, what people go through and how they get through it with God. That's always been something I've always been interested in doing. And maybe it's because, it's my dad preaches, whatever it may be. I've always been drawn to it just because I like to hear other people's experiences and see how I can apply that to my life.
Yeah.
Because it's learning from other people in any field of life, but especially walking with God is very important to see other people's perspectives.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Kamira with the lyrics part. I'm real like geeked on music. So when it comes to like, I guess rap music and like regular stuff that people will be talking about, like adultery, like smoking, all of the other like 7 deadly sins, and conscious rap, like being aware of those sins that are being glorified in rap, knowing that you're able to rap about that, that's cool. But knowing like with the lyrics, with the gospel part, and Braxton with the like being relatable part, when you play a gospel song, it's like life changing. And then once you hear like a regular song you listen to on normal, it's like, I was throwing this into my soul for a long time. And now that I'm hearing it from like a different perspective, it's like, I don't want to surround myself with them. And once you hear like another gospel song after that, it's like, I want to keep listening like over and over and over. It gives you like a comforting and good hype for Jesus kind of feeling. For sure.
Yeah, it's like, do y'all ever get that one feeling? Like, it be early in the morning, you could be listening to R&B, and then one gospel song play, and next thing you know, you in a church service. Like, that's how I be. Yes, it's either it go to R&B to this song, Tamla Man, Jacayla Carr. Like, it just goes. I don't know.
No, period.
Is that how you pronounce your name? Is it Jacqueline or Jacqueline?
I thought it was Jacqueline. It was Jacqueline Carr.
Jacqueline.
If I could have anything, let me be your eyes.
Wait, sing a little. Huh?
I don't know that
No,
song.
Cause every sometimes I
Oh my God, I know it and I can't. I know it and I can't figure it out. I literally know it.
You know it?
If you could have anything, let it be your
I don't got it. I don't got it.
Well,
I don't got it.
Oh my God.
that music conversation though could be one of our next topics because
Yes,
that
hopefully
can
it
really get
Yes,
deep.
it most definitely
Especially
can.
going
Stay
on.
tuned.
So while we're
Yes.
speaking of our favorite part of worship,
Yes.
what would you guys like to see different or new in the church concerning you guys' generation?
I would love to see more teenagers.
For real.
Yes. Nothing is wrong with coming to church, guys.
It's really not.
Nothing is wrong with it, especially when you got us. We're fun. We're very fun. We don't bite.
Me and
we
Destiny
don't
too.
bite.
We
We
don't
do.
do Destiny too. Are
Are
we
we
fun?
fun?
Yeah, they fun too. Y'all can add them too. They fun. But
We're fun.
yes, we don't just sit down and listen to the instructor talk about God. We actually play games that have stuff to do with God. We do a lot of things. We go on trips. And yeah, we talk to each other about God. You know?
We have
I don't get it.
a lot of empathetic conversations too. Knowing that you could feel comfortable, especially with the culture, children's church, knowing that you can be comfortable with that vibe, it's like, I want to come here again kind of vibe. Because at first, I wasn't really rocking with it. Although I've like been a part of the church for like my whole life, I was like, it's 10 in the morning. I got to go back to bed because I got school tomorrow and I got to get my
Right.
clothes and stuff together. But now, it's like, I want to come here. Like, I built a relationship with like these three people, knowing that it's all through God. That's the good part about it.
Yeah.
And the church has gotten almost like a stigma around it. Like people are almost like embarrassed of being in the church and praying and things like that. And it's like, all some people need is one time. All some people need is like one time to come to the church and they're hooked. And I've seen it happen so many times. And when they open the doors to the church and people come down and they came once. And some people need to go to different churches to find
Yeah,
their
because
right
it really
experience.
depends on where you go to.
Because different churches have different styles of praising and getting their word across. And it's one good experience can genuinely change your life.
What church you know got a podcast?
Period.
And then also piggybacking off what Braxton said when he said something about embarrassing. Church is not embarrassing. Like when you're talking to your friends, people might think like, if I say I love going to church, my friends might think that's embarrassing. And then that's the friends that you don't want to be around because nothing's wrong with coming to church. Nothing's wrong with speaking to God. Nothing wrong with blessing God. And nothing wrong with talking to God. Like, it's just... What you say?
She
The
said, "Where's
collection
the collection?"
It's just like nothing's wrong with it. Don't let nobody tell you, be like, you go to church, that's lame, because it's not lame, like, at all. Like, you can learn so much stuff and then still be like, I ain't got to worry about what you talking about. I love God. You feel me?
You say,
Like,
"I love God."
what's wrong with you?
And I knew it. I knew as soon as she said it, y'all were going to do it. I knew it.
But it's different with like generations. Kyle. I don't know if you were younger. I know I didn't have a choice to go to church.
Girl, that's the thing.
Like, and if my cousins came over Saturday night, you knew you had to pack some church clothes to go to church Sunday morning.
I was just talking,
and now I've seen where it's an option for kids and teens to say if they want to go to church or not. I don't want to go.
We were walking around the service looking for kids to come upstairs, and parents looking at the kids like, "Do you want to go?" It shouldn't even been a question.
Going up there with your peers.
Going up there, the kids upstairs, going upstairs with the kids.
And then like with
Go ahead.
with like the team part about it, it's also like a privilege because going into church, we're going into the house of the King of the universe. That's a big one right there. Because I'm a deep thinker naturally, but like knowing that you're going into the house of somebody who rules everything around you, and you able to gain wisdom from that, that's one of the craziest things in the world.
And also, to piggyback off of what everybody's saying, I think people forget, like, we're telling you this as, like, teenagers. Like, as normal teenagers, 16, 15-year-olds. Like,
no sugarcoat.
I swear we're not robots. We not. No, we
Ain't nobody paid y'all.
Yes, nobody nobody
not
paying
paid.
me. I'm just like coming here and I'm saying what I feel it is. Like what's real, like honest, real feelings. And I feel like none of us in this room has to lie about what God has done for us. Like nobody has to lie about it. We just know what he has done for us. We have seen it firsthand what he has done for other people. So we just want y'all to come so that y'all
can experience
that love, experience that grace. And we were talking about it upstairs in children's church. We were talking about faith and grace and how God gives us that. And how it just changes. It changes you because you don't even realize how much grace God actually give you until you standing right next to him and he telling you all this stuff he did for you and you don't got nothing to say to him. So it's just like, you just got to remember, like, God, like I said, God is always there. He always got something for you, even if you don't want to receive it, but he got something for you.
So all of y'all can agree in saying that one thing that y'all want to change in the church today is what? More teens?
More
How
teens.
do y'all think?
Yeah.
How do y'all think y'all can bring in the teens? Or how do you think the church can do better with
social
bringing in?
media.
Yeah, social media for sure. And what else?
I can make a star
Part of it
force.
is stuff like this. Because some people hear, adults saying you need to go to the church and like something in our brains is wired to like almost like shrug it off because they're adults. Like I think hearing like from people
That's
our
your
age, like people really like telling you like it
This is
changes your life.
It does.
Like it's not like it's not a joke. This isn't a promotion, an advertisement for Second Ebenezer Church. Like it really changes your life. Be it Second Ed, be it whatever it is, whatever church you go to, it's actually genuinely life changing to know God and walk in your faith and build that faith and build that relationship with God.
Yeah.
It's really like something you cannot explain with words.
Yeah, then even if you don't like think that's gonna help you, just try to pray like every night and every day and see how your life goes. Like you're gonna tell like something changed, like something got better in your life, something is bright. Like it's gonna show. You're gonna have a hint that God did something for you. Like you're not just gonna, he didn't do nothing for him. You're going to see it. You're going to see it.
And all you got to do is have faith as small as a mustard seed. And I swear it really matters. All the faith you got, all the strength you got, just put it in God.
I like that.
And part of it is patience. It's not going to
not
come
gonna
overnight.
Patience, right?
It's not going to come overnight.
It's
but
not, it might even come next
and
year.
again, it's faith. Faith and patience go hand in hand. You need to be patient with God. Your blessing will come. It's just, it's not going to come. It's not going to come in the next 5 minutes. You see what I'm saying?
All right, y'all. So I think we had a pretty good conversation today. I don't know about y'all, but I think we covered some good topics. Next episode, we're going to dive into it a little bit more, I feel like.
Yes.
But what's one good scripture that represents you?
I'll say God is within her and she shall not fail. Psalm 46:5.
That's one of my favorites. I like that.
My
Go
favorite.
ahead.
Oh, sorry. My favorite is 1 Corinthians 13, I think. Yeah. But love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, nor does it boast. It just tells you like what love should be and what you should accept and how you should love other people.
Love it.
For me, it's always been Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's always been something that just speaks to me because there's a lot of things like people will tell you can't do this, you can't do that. And there's an actual Bible verse that tells you otherwise. There is nothing you cannot do with God in your side.
Right.
Yep.
All right. I don't remember my verse fully, but I have it in my notes. It's Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31. Get rid of all bitterness, rage, and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as in Christ forgave you. And I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little bit of a petty person. So when it comes to like forgiving people, like immediately is like, I'm gonna think about it real quick. then I'm gonna
I can say
forgive.
the same thing.
But you got to think
It's
about it. You
real
got to
hard.
pray about it.
Yeah.
Prayer is a huge part of building your faith and building your relationship with God.
As a
Prayer
Christian, period.
does everything
Yeah.
for you.
No, for sure.
And I think you can also, when you apologize, when you say like how you feel about a situation, you don't gotta heal from that situation all like real quick. You can just like give it to them and then deal with it
Yep.
yourself.
Yep.
Well, I think this was a great first
I
episode.
agree.
You guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good job.
So before we go, let's talk about some things we got coming up. First of all, follow us on all of our social media. So our Facebook page is The Culture Second Ebenezer, and we're on Instagram as The Culture SEC. We do have church upstairs, which is the Culture service. We have it every second and fifth Sunday during 10 a.m. service. So come out and kick it with us.
And that's kindergarten through 12th grade.
Yeah,
Kindergarten
K through 12.
Do we have a TikTok?
We do
Yes, we do have a TikTok.
We
don't really
still
use
building
it.
that
We still
TikTok.
building it. We ain't gonna do that to
We'll
other
wait.
people. And we
It's a work in
also have
progress.
something called the Teen Vault, which is kind of like a safe space for the teens to come and hang out with us once a month. We do have a bowling activity coming up April 20th.
20th, yep.
Okay. So, but this was our very
It
first
was.
episode.
Good job, Destiny. Good job, y'all.
Good job, you guys. And again, thank you so much to our bishop and first
Yes,
lady and
yes.
Pastor Bridgeway and our second Ebenezer Everywhere family for this opportunity. This was so amazing. And we will see you guys next time. Again, my name is Destiny.
My name is Kai.
And this was the Cultures Podcast.
Period. Peace out. guys.
Bye.